until December 18th, but I'm not going any further than that. So he can deal with all his stuff on the 18th.
This matter has been pending for quite some time. We have to learn these set aside.
Done.
The thing is, Your Honor, that this is my first time handling this case or dealing with this, not privy to the allegation. Well, obviously the allegations, but not, the proof that would be sensitive from the future, Your Honor. So I would ask more so for me to be able to effectively represent Mr. McLean and to guide him further to give us one adjournment and the opportunity to review the evidence prior to either setting this matter for trial or making this complete.
Yeah, here's the problem. Our first pretrial was December of 23. He's got other files that are scheduled for the 18th of December.
This courtroom session begins with a surprisingly calm atmosphere, but don't let that slow pace mislead you. What unfolds here becomes a fascinating look at how real judges balance fairness, efficiency, and legal responsibility while handling a crowded docket. We're about to see several defendants, negotiated plea deals, financial penalties, emotional explanations, and even a rare moment where a judge refuses to accept a guilty plea because the facts simply don't support the charge. That alone is extremely unusual and very revealing. From the opening moments, you can sense the judge is focused on time management and accountability. Cases have been pending, attorneys are requesting delays, and the court is clearly signaling that postponements will not continue forever. What truly makes this hearing compelling is the human side. People dealing with job interviews, financial pressure, suspended licenses, and personal hardships all intersect with the legal system here. Watch closely as the judge explains fines, work programs as alternatives to jail, and plea negotiations that reshape charges in real time. These decisions are far from routine. They directly affect people's employment, finances, and legal futures. Later, we even see a powerful judicial moment when a defendant tries to plead guilty out of guilt, but the judge steps in and explains that the facts don't justify the charge. That's a major legal red flag and a sign of a judge prioritizing justice over convenience. So the real question for viewers becomes this: is the courtroom being lenient, fair, or strategically strict? Stay with us, because several surprising rulings, emotional explanations, and one awkward Zoom misunderstanding are about to unfold.
December, I'll adjourn this one till December 18th, but I'm not going any further than that. So he can deal with all his stuff on the 18th.
I initially talked about whether or not that foundation. Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
So if you can't be here, you can share discovery. All right. You understand that, Mr. McLean? All right.
And Ms. Manarino, now with regards to that evidence. Thank you.
Thank you. What time are we going to do that on the 18th for McLean?
Do you have one of his other presentations?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, 25 VB 05110 A and B.
That is for 8:30, so this one would be 8:30.
All right. Who's that with?
You.
All right, so that's live my courtroom on the 18th. We'll get you notice though for this.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Okay. All right, but you got a job, an electrician job interview Wednesday. All right. Anything else you want me to consider? All right. All right, I'll give you a little bit of a break on the money. That's usually a $500 file, but because you're working off a big debt, I'm going to give you a little break on that. Fines and court costs are $300. I'm ordering 4 days on the court work program as an alternative to jail. Can you pay 3 today, or do you want to work that out with Mr. Taylor downstairs? All right, go downstairs, talk about your options on the 3, and get your work program signed up. Get those work days knocked out before you get a job offer for electrician. All right? All right, you're all set. Jacob Jones.
There you go. You're on the court record. Jeff Cox, appearing on behalf of the witness. Sir. Jacob Jones.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we access for the arraignment in this matter. We wait full read and stand mute. We've also had a chance to pre-trial this case. You have executed a plea agreement subject to court approval. In that agreement, Mr. Jones will be pleading guilty to an addict to operate while intoxicated, with the understanding the original charge of driving with a high BAC would be dismissed.
All right, so it's operating intoxicated
Yes, yes, sir.
is the plea.
Prior to that.
Sir, did you discuss your rights and options with Mr. Bowditch?
Prosecutor.
That's him. You understand those rights and the options they give you? You understand the possible penalty for the added charge? Are you pleading guilty to that charge freely and voluntarily today? Did you drive a vehicle in Van Buren Township on October 29, 2025 after you consumed alcoholic beverages?
Yes.
What was your blood alcohol level, if you know? Mr. Bowditch satisfied? I'll accept your plea, Mr. Jones, to the added charge. I'll dismiss the original charge. I'm going to continue your bond, send you downstairs to interview or to schedule with the probation department to come back for an interview and a sentencing. Any questions? You're all set.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Emily Leach. Do the double parking on C. Miss Leach, are you going forward today without benefit of a court-appointed attorney? You've agreed to enter a plea of guilty to a double parking civil infraction, and you've agreed to pay fines at cost of $245, correct?
I won't get the day of the.
I'll work with you. Yeah, I'll work with you. You want to pick a due date for the money?
I can tell you in person in February into this.
All right. So let's see, what would that be? 1, 2. So say by the 9th of January, you can pay it all? You're sure? Okay, you're all set. You're welcome. Haley Lorenzen. Did I say it right? Lorenzen? Are you going forward today without benefit of a court-appointed attorney? You met with the prosecutor and you made a deal, correct? Says here you're going to plead guilty to the added charge of no valid operator license on person. I'll dismiss both your original charges. Is that the deal? You understand the possible penalty for that charge? Up to 90 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs? You understand your rights and options? And you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily, yes? Did you drive a vehicle in Van Buren Township on October 10th, 2025? At that time, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied? Okay. And what's the status? I'll accept your plea, dismiss the original charges. What's the status of your license now?
So I'm trying to figure out ways to.
Okay. Okay, where do you work? For who?
Help, also called neuro restorative.
Okay. Okay. Yep. How long you been with them? Okay. Anything else you want me to consider before I sentence you?
Right now, I don't leave for work.
This is one of the most emotionally layered moments so far. The defendant describes a difficult pregnancy and personal struggles connected to previous tickets and financial problems. Courts often hear explanations like this, but the key issue is how the judge reacts. Instead of dismissing the explanation or showing excessive sympathy, the judge maintains a balanced approach, acknowledging the hardship while still enforcing fines and assigning a work program. That's judicial neutrality in practice. The court cannot erase violations simply because someone is facing difficulties, but it can structure penalties in a way that is manageable. The important legal lesson here is that unpaid tickets and past debts tend to accumulate over time. The judge's suggestion of creating a single larger payment plan is actually a practical legal solution designed to prevent further enforcement actions or additional license complications.
I should be returning hopefully, and then it's.
Okay. So you don't have $500 in your pocket. That's all right. I'll work with you. All right. You also owe money on some other files. You know about those? 2023 Romulus tickets?
Yes, so I was going through a very rough pregnancy. I needed to have a vehicle that was available to me and ready.
Okay.
While I was taking it to go get a tire, after learning of losing part of the pregnancy.
Okay.
So I was, after seeing the girls, going to go downstairs and figure out what I need to do for the.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. On today's file, I'm charging you $500 fines and costs and ordering 4 days on the court work program. So go downstairs, talk about your payment options for this money and the old money. Do something, one big plan. Okay. The 4 days on the work program, schedule those as soon as you can. So when you get called back to work, you can go. All right. Any questions? No? You're all set? Yeah.
After I speak with her, like, will I have some sort of answer in regards to being able to reinstate my license?
We can't tell you what you got to do to get your license back. You got to go to Secretary of State about that. Yeah. What you're going downstairs to do is just get something worked out on all the money you owe us. Some kind of payment plan or something. Okay? Good luck with the license. Is it Patrawala?
No.
Sir, are you going forward today without benefit of a court-appointed attorney? And how do you say the name?
His.
Tahir? Patrawala. All right. So the deal is you're going to plead responsible to a civil infraction for noxious weeds. You've agreed to pay fines and costs of $100 and close the file, correct? Can you pay the $100 today? Go downstairs and see our cashier. We'll get you out of here as soon as we can. You're welcome, sir. Good morning, Mr. Medina. On McLean, you want an adjournment? I'm not so sure I want to adjourn it.
Christian Ray, on behalf of Mr. McLean, I understand your honor, this matter has been pending for quite some time. We asked to learn these aside.
Done.
The thing is, your honor, that this is my first time handling this case or dealing with this, not privy to the allegation, well, obviously the allegations, but not, the proof that would be
Yep.
considered strong with future, your honor. So I would ask more so for me to be able to effectively represent Mr. McLean and to guide him further to give us one adjournment and the opportunity to review the evidence prior to either setting this matter for trial or making this later.
Yeah, here's the problem. Our first pretrial was December of 23. He's got other files that are scheduled for the 18th of December. I'll adjourn this one till December 18th, but I'm not going any further than that. So he can deal with all his stuff on the 18th.
I initially talked about that, whether or not that's combination. Okay, thank you, your honor.
So if you can't be here, you can share discovery.
Got
All right. You understand that, Mr. McLean? All right.
And I was, Ms. Manarino, now with regards to that evidence. Thank you.
Thank you. What time are we going to do that on the 18th for McLean?
Do you have one of those other presentations?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, 25 VB 0511 0 A and B.
That's for 8:30, so this one would be 8:30 as well.
All right. Who's that with?
You.
All right, so that's live my courtroom on the 18th. We'll get you notice though for this.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, Jamie, the dismissals that were over here, the body's already gone.
The two I put, yes, there was one Heather said was better. Okay, yeah.
He's coming back off, he doesn't, he can't do emergency service because of, he can't do the program because of work. And he's already doing community service and enrichment for other things. See, the guy that's not just an electrician and he does the job work.
That was up, please. Yes, I know, these are, yeah, the same thing.
Yeah, it's weird.
All right, all you folks waiting for your attorneys to come in?
Oh, well, these are his. All right. Yeah. Yeah, they're all waiting. I just get an attorney from prosecutor.
We got different issues, but regarding the city. Special for the organization that we have, and we was one.
Now, this discussion about the work program reveals something important. The judge makes it clear that work programs are not about collecting money. They're about time, effort, and accountability. That reflects a strong judicial philosophy. When the defendant explains that their electrician job conflicts with the required service days, the judge doesn't dismiss the concern. Instead, the court offers flexibility by allowing the workdays to be spread out over time. This demonstrates that the court isn't trying to interfere with employment, but is focused on ensuring that consequences still exist.
Is he your attorney or
No, learning that.
not?
Have you talked to the prosecutor?
It's here.
It's adjournment?
Yeah. Here, yeah, that's right. We're just waiting on the paperwork.
Mr. Reeves, you got a problem. You owe me time. So work program is an alternative to jail time. It's not a money thing, it's a time thing. Just like I don't let people buy their way out of jail sentences. I know. But I'd rather have it intervene with this job than the electrician job, right? I'm gonna send your file back downstairs, see if you can work it out. I mean, we can spread the days out a little bit. I mean, it's not like you gotta get 4 days done in the next 2 weeks. All right, good luck.
Mary Fleet, Davis, last name. The only one I'm looking for adjournment.
We got a Paul Goldman in the waiting.
I chatted him and asked why he's supposed to be here in person. I don't know. His notice says in person. Delva? I don't know if anybody else's file for it. It was Medina's client.
McLean is Medina's. These people said they didn't want an attorney, I think. And we don't have a file for their adjournment.
What is the last, who needs an adjournment?
None of them. Mr. Goldman,
Yes.
activate your camera.
How do I do that?
I don't know. It's not my camera. You're supposed to be here live in person today.
Oh, that's not when I was told by my attorney. He said just Zoom.
Who's your attorney?
Brad Friedman.
Okay, well, you can let Mr. Friedman know that he's wrong because you're supposed to be here live.
Wow.
Where are you at?
I'm in Belleville, Michigan.
I'm sorry?
I'm at home in Belleville.
Oh, I can't hear you. Southfield?
Belleville, Michigan.
Sorry, I forgot about that. All right, so where's your attorney at?
He's not there. He's not here either.
I don't know. He's not standing in front of me. What time are
I'm
you
just
scheduled?
9:30 today, I believe.
All right, well, and you're 10 minutes late, even on Zoom. Isn't that nice? So I would
Well,
suggest you
I'm
call your
waiting,
attorney,
sir.
find out where your current attorney's at, because this is a live docket.
Okay, so what would you like? And first off, I was been waiting in the waiting room for 15 minutes.
Yeah, because we're not doing Zoom this morning, so we're not checking the waiting room.
Got it. So well, how would you like me to? I'm so sorry for all the misunderstanding. Would you like me to call my attorney?
Yeah, hence my instruction to call your attorney and see where he's at.
All right, hang on then. Thank you.
No, 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 hang on. Goodbye.
Oh, goodbye. Okay.
What's the charge at?
Technically violating our Angela.
These parties here are basically just waiting for adjournments by defense.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Potesta, you are going forward today without a court-appointed attorney, is that correct?
Yes.
My understanding is you met with the prosecutor and you're pleading guilty to reckless driving for November 1, 2025. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand your rights and the options those rights give you, sir?
I do.
And do you understand the possible penalty for the charge?
Somewhat.
Up to $500 fines plus court costs, up to 90 days in jail, and there's points from the Secretary of State when this conviction gets reported. I think it's
This explanation about the reckless driving incident is surprisingly honest. The defendant openly admits allowing children to ride in the back of a truck and acknowledges it was a bad decision. That level of honesty is notable, but it also creates a complicated legal situation. Reckless driving charges require proof that someone intentionally or dangerously disregarded safety.
6 points. 6 points.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm aware of that.
All right. And understanding all of that, you're pleading guilty today freely and voluntarily. Is that correct?
I am.
All right. Tell me what happened on November 1, 2025 in Van Buren Township to make you think you were reckless driving.
I had my niece and nephew and my daughter. I was over at my wife's house. We're currently living apart. And I went over there to pick them up, and the kids wanted to take a ride in the back of my truck, which the year before we did, but it was up in the country. And it's the first thing they asked me about. And just made a really poor choice. And I did it. I took them out there and I drove around the neighborhood with them. And I got pulled over with them in the back of the truck. And yeah, we all got questioned, and it was a pretty bad experience for everybody.
How old are the kids?
My daughter is 13. My niece and nephew are 9, 10, and 12.
Okay.
So pretty young. I mean, yeah, I don't really have a good excuse for any of it. I had them in the back of the truck, and we were having they were having fun. I didn't.
Yeah.
It was a stupid thing to do. So,
Were you going over the speed limit?
I don't recall how fast I was going. I think I was right. I can't, the roads there are potholes and there's a lot of turns.
Right.
So I was going over probably, I don't recall how fast, but I wasn't ever trying to put them in any danger.
Right. All right. Give me just a second, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Potesta, P-O-T. All right, Mr. Potesta,
Yes, Your Honor.
I sense that you're just really feeling guilty and want to get this over with.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So
absolutely.
here's my problem. I don't find that to be reckless driving. I'm old enough that in my day, we used to haul kids around in the back of pickup trucks all the time. So I mean, if you were on 94 doing 70 miles an hour with them in the back of the pickup truck, or if you were in the neighborhood going 55 miles an hour on 25-mile-an-hour streets with them in the back of the pickup truck, maybe I could find reckless, but I'm not seeing it. So I'm going to ask one of the attorneys, one of the court-appointed attorneys, to get on Zoom and talk to you about this and just figure out how we can resolve this. Because I'm not comfortable taking a guilty plea with that factual basis. Just as if, for example, you were charged with drinking and driving and wanted to plead guilty because you wanted to get it over with, but you told me you weren't drinking and you weren't driving. The facts aren't there to support the plea. Understand?
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
All right. So hopefully we're gonna get this resolved for you today, but just bear with me a little bit.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. I'm just going to mute you right now. You can stay right where you're at. How about Kiera Poole? Miss Poole, are you going forward today without a court-appointed attorney? All right. My understanding is that you're going to plead guilty to no valid operator's license on person, and the misdemeanor drove while unlicensed would be dismissed. That was the original charge from October 31. And the speeding ticket from October 31 would be dismissed if you plead responsible to an added charge of double parking.
This shift in negotiation is an interesting example of courtroom efficiency. Rather than opening an additional case file for a double parking violation, the judge adjusts the financial handling directly. I'm just going to mute you right now. You stay right where you're at. It may seem like a small detail, but administratively it reduces paperwork and speeds up the resolution of the case. Also, notice how license issues between different states, Ohio and Michigan, create a complicated legal situation. The defendant cannot obtain insurance without a valid license, and cannot obtain a license without insurance. That creates a bureaucratic loop that many drivers face in real life. The judge even acknowledges the situation is complicated, which shows transparency rather than overconfidence. That level of honesty is uncommon and actually strengthens the credibility of the court's handling of the issue.
And you've agreed to pay $220 on that, correct? That's your deal? All right. So I'm going to go along with that, kind of. On the misdemeanor, I'll do exactly that. On the speeding ticket, I'm not going to take a plea to double parking because that's just extra work for Heather. I'm just going to charge extra money on the misdemeanor. So from your standpoint, it's the same thing. From her standpoint, it's one other file she don't have to put in the computer. You okay with that? All right. Did you read your rights form? Did you understand your rights and the options those rights give you? And do you understand the possible penalty for no valid operator's license on person? Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to that charge? Did you drive a vehicle in Van Buren Township on October 31? At that time, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied? Or you didn't have the proper endorsement? What was wrong with your license?
I'm Bell in Ohio with a reinstating fee, and I have to get them a reinstatement.
Okay. Okay. So you're suspended out of Ohio until you can do that. Okay. All right. No Michigan license at all. Okay. I can accept your plea to the no valid operator's license. I'll dismiss the original misdemeanor. And are you working? Where do you work?
So,
Okay. And Ohio, you just got to pay some money? Okay. When are you going to do that? When do you plan on having your license straightened out?
I just have to pay the reinstating fee. I have no fine, but they said to clear me, I have to have insurance. So I can't get insurance without a license. And
You can't get a license without insurance. So what do you do?
I don't know really. I can't even have anybody add me on without a license. And I can't get license. I can't get insurance here without a card.
Man, that's a new one. And I think it's complicated because it's Ohio. Because you're living here. I wish I had a suggestion for you. All right, anything else you want me to consider before I sentence you? All right, fines and costs, $500. Can you pay that today or do you need options? Go downstairs and talk about that. You're all set.
It looks like she's suspended from us.
In Michigan, you mean? I got nothing on her. Usually I got that piece of paper, ain't fine.
I'm gonna speak, I just finished speaking with Angela and then I'm gonna.
Yeah, I told him you'd be talking to her. Are you ready? Sharice, is it Osley? Osley.
Crystal Marie Medina, Your Honor, on behalf of Ms. Ousley, damage, please say your full name for the record. Sure. Your Honor, at this time, my client is prepared to plead guilty. There is an agreement. That's the board agreement to be sleeping under 771.1 for a period of 3 months, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Osley, did you discuss your rights and options with counsel?
Yes.
Understood those? Do you understand the possible penalty for the charge? Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to the charge? Are you doing so freely and voluntarily? Were you at the park in Van Buren Township on October 25, 25 after hours?
Yes.
Satisfied?
Satisfying, Your Honor.
Anything I should consider before I sentence?
Your Honor, I would ask that the court consider that she is employed. She has been employed for 2 weeks at a local factory. Sorry, 2 years. I apologize. That's what I meant. So for 2 years, and what's the name of the factory, ma'am? I don't have the answer. On Henry Road next to Auto Clinic.
What's the name of it?
Yako.
What do they do? Okay.
She's working it for 2 years. She does work 7 days a week, is
Good.
my understanding. She maintains stable residence in Van Buren with her stepfather and her siblings, and she's not currently on parole. Your Honor, we would ask that the court consider both fines and costs.
Done. Anything else you want me to know?
Here we see delayed sentencing being used as a behavioral incentive. By postponing sentencing for 3 months and instructing the defendant to stay out of trouble, the court is essentially offering a conditional opportunity for leniency. This is a strategic legal decision. It allows the judge to observe whether the defendant maintains compliance, keeps stable employment, and avoids further violations before final punishment is determined. The defense also points out steady employment and stable family housing, which are traditional mitigating factors judges often consider during sentencing. In other words, the focus here isn't only punishment. It's also about future behavior and the possibility of rehabilitation.
I'll delay sentence for 3 months, stay out of trouble for 3 more months. Court costs are assessed the amount of $300. Can you pay it today? Go downstairs and talk about your options.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I'm going to get on that.
Thank you.
Where's it? Somebody else in the hallway.
Now, some of that's scheduled later, but all the orange ones, yeah.
Well, you have a big, how many people have noxious weeds?
A lot.
Well, they're not noxious now, they're all dead.
Yeah.
But,
They're not going anymore.
afraid to leave, but there's nobody out there.
I think the last pretrial was scheduled at 9:30, wasn't it?
And then we had the Zoom people, which only one person on Zoom showed. And actually, he wasn't even scheduled for Zoom, but we let him.
What time's our last live?
Your last live.
Or this morning?
Can you put those two in a breakout or can Crystal do it?
Crystal's co-host, but I can switch. I can move them.
Here, I got it now. Sorry. I just realized I am. Thank you.
We have a 10:45 with Angela.
Yeah, that's our last live for this morning.
Is there a pretrial?
No, just,
Oh, formal here?
Nothing for Jeff, though.
10:15 was our last one, and those were the, pre-trials, remote pre-trials.
Well, I can hang out. Seems that, this was, and they scheduled 3 MIDCs for today. So they.
Well, I think what it was is 2 was supposed to be for the Van Buren docket, the normal docket.
Yeah.
And then 1, for whatever reason, they put on for our violation docket, which is fine, except we didn't need them all, but I didn't want to call them and confuse them.
Is what it is.
Yep.
Well, I'll wait a couple minutes and I'll take off.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I thought when you got a DWLS that with this new law, they don't keep you suspended. This girl, for whatever reason, unless we didn't send it, because she didn't have a license at the time. No, it says we're using her license. It's 30729. Why didn't it clear her? She likes thinking that one people. She hung up back in 19 and 22, just like she did today, and
Who is it?
it's your pool. No summer should be here.
This is the update.
Thanks.
There is another one we adjourned off.
Good, thanks.
Tenure cap. But the judge reviewed everything carefully. The victim was 16. The law is clear. No excuses. 2 years in prison. Lifetime registration.
Can you look up this one? Because she's still suspended. 16-3826. Yeah, I'm looking at the pattern up there, then it says for license suspended. Is she's still suspended, and in fact, all driving privileges suspended. Oh, okay. Great. In 2010, they believed she was not qualified to operate a vehicle. Well, yeah, the tickets didn't start till 16. I mean, obviously they must have before then.
What we just observed is a complete snapshot of real courtroom dynamics, negotiations, financial penalties, license complications, emotional explanations, procedural misunderstandings, and one particularly principled moment where the judge refuses to accept a guilty plea that lacks legal support. Throughout the hearing, the judge balances fairness with efficiency by offering payment plans, work programs instead of jail, and delayed sentencing opportunities while still enforcing deadlines and courtroom procedures. The key legal takeaway is clear. Courts are not only about punishment, they are about process, factual accuracy, and proportional justice. From adjusting fines because of financial debt to questioning the factual basis of reckless driving charges and dealing with cross-state license complications, this hearing shows how complex everyday court decisions can be. Now we want to hear your perspective. Which moment surprised you the most? The rejected guilty plea? The Zoom confusion? Or the judge's flexible yet firm sentencing approach? If this case shocked you as much as it did us, make sure to hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.